Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 2000 subscribers on my channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. American lightweight Rolando Romero says that in the near future he is going to get rematch with his compatriot, WBA Regular champion in the lightweight division Gervonta Davis. You have to look at this well situation from my side. I won. All this proves once again that I am the best-selling boxer. I was beating Davis, but he caught me with a good punch. This is boxing. It happened because of one simple mistake. I will not let her in again. I took a risk that no other fighter would have taken, especially given the experience that I have. Romero said. Promising American lightweight Garcia in several interviews spoke negatively about the absolute world champion in the second middleweight, Saul Alvarez, and his coach Reynoso. Canelo commented on the behavior of his former comrade. Ryan is just angry that he is no longer on our team. Now he will always be against us, no matter what. He is just a little kid. We all need to understand him. He still has a lot to learn. Now he has to do his job, focus on his career. First, he has to win the championship title, and then talk about other people. While you have not achieved anything, you cannot talk about fighters who have already made a successful career. When I was 20 years old, I was already world champion. You can call anyone and say anything, but in fact you are not doing anything. This is what it is. We need to understand Garcia. When he is no longer on our team, he will talk nonsense about us. That's fine, but he has to remember how much Eddie did for him. Very much. He and his father still owe money to Eddie. Eddie doesn't say anything because he doesn't need them. But it's not fair that Ryan says nasty things about our entire team. At one time, he came to our gym, received love and support. And after that, he begins to condemn us. He is not grateful, and that's the worst part. Of course, I will still be rooting for him when he fights. Why not? But I doubt Ryan can beat Gervonta Davis. Definitely not now. He needs to concentrate and work hard. Then something will work out. He is a talented guy, Alvarez said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoyed the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 2000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day, and I need your support, your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks for supporting, guys. Ryan Garcia has no problem admitting that he is looking past his next opponent Javier Fortuna and towards a lightweight super fight against Gervonta Davis. King Rai has his second fight of the year on July 16 against former super featherweight champion Javier Fortuna. And Garcia was dismissive of the challenge when he spoke to TMZ. He is an ex-world champion, he is a veteran. I expect him to come out and try and fight me as best as he can. Tries to be tricky by the fact that I feel I'm coming into my prime, and in my best ability skillfully and mentally. I feel like this will be a short night for Javier Fortuna. Garcia is adamant he will fight fellow unbeaten lightweight star Gervonta Davis after Fortuna, and has made enough noise on the subject to get the coverage started for what will be a monster showdown. The 23-year-old is also supremely confident that between the two big-hitting 135-pounders, he would prevail in spectacular fashion. That fight will not go the distance. No impossible can it go the distance. I will not let Gervonta Davis off the hook. In my mind, I'm here to destroy somebody when I get in there, not here to play points with you. I will play points for a little bit, but my objective is to really destroy you. When I get in there, Tank will know, and I hope he brings it. Garcia had a final message for Davis, who stopped Rolando Romero in 6th round last month. Gervonta Davis just know that there is a lot more than meets the eye with me. Don't think I'm soft, you can't find out. Actually make the decision to find me, and you will find out real soon there is nothing soft about me. I'm gonna beat your ass, I will whop your ass, and I will put you to sleep, Garcia said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.